What's up, guys? John from Old Running Farm here. Thanks for joining us. Cats running around. Was Kenny about to go get the jogger?
No, Kenny's about to climb their tree.
Well, Armando nearly got stuck
He
in
did
the
just
tree.
climb their tree. Oh.
So anyway, so we're here. This is on the edge of our property where our street is, and this behind me is currently just a mess of trees. And we have gone through a lot of thinking in terms of how are we going to get logs here, and more importantly down to our, the wood yard where it is, deep inside the bowels of our property. And so we were talking about, sort of beefing up the road and, making it more sturdy so that the guy can get the truck down there. Catherine keeps getting distracted by the cat, so maybe if I have the cat on my shoulder, she'll focus more, and that's all good. Because also some of this is, we came over here because I wanted to talk to Catherine about our plans over here anyway. So it's basically been decided that this is going to be the drop zone for logs that come in. And now over here is two things. We have the mother-in-law house, the birdhouse, which is looking beautiful. And so,
Look at her grass.
Yeah.
Grass envy.
It looks so good. But so we want to make sure that whatever we do over here is not intruding on the looks of her house, because now she's finally in there after a long time and an arduous whatever. So we just want to make sure it looks good for her. So we are also going to be replacing all of this wire fencing with wood fencing at some point, hopefully soon. And especially when we have our larger mill, we can mill the larger logs and get more lumber and yada yada. But anyway, also, if you spin around this way, so you'll see that on my left, and there's probably a cat back there, because cat.
I'm ready.
Anyway, there's this big scoop taken out of this fence area over here. So we were trying to come up with the best way of having a space where I can get my logs, as well as making sure that there's more room for the alpacas on this side. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to turn where I'm standing right now into a road. So
Log highway.
What?
Log highway.
Well, it'll just be sort of access for this side of the property. But so we're going to bring the fence line out from where the edge of the peacock run is, basically straight back this way.
Okay.
So what we're also going to do over here is we're going to get most of these trees taken down. And we're also, at the same time, he's going to take down that big ugly monster that is just dead.
The belly rubber.
The belly rubber. But I mean, it's dead and limbs keep falling off of it, so it's a liability to just leave it there. And it's like, while we're having our tree guy take down the trees, might as well have him do that one. So what I also wanted to talk to Catherine about was our plan for over here. So basically what we're gonna do is clear enough room so that my log guy can drive in, because our street is very tight and difficult for the larger trucks to come in. So we're gonna make it so that he can come in and then pull through on that side and have it wide enough so that he can turn around and then dump the logs and head off. Because he needs room to both dump the logs and then to drive away. Because, you dump the logs, they all come down and they're still sort of in the truck, so he needs room to pull forward. But anyway.
And he said that this is enough space?
Yeah, he's basically going to clear it enough.
Okay.
So that there's enough room. But Catherine and I also talked about having an area over here where we can park our trailers, the bus when it's not in use. And so I'm not sure if she still wants that zone over here. You can pause. Aren't there some mice you guys should be going and getting?
All right, tell me.
All right, so we're basically going to clear this so the guy can come in and turn around, drop the logs, and he's going to position it in such a way that I can then come with my tractor and pick it up and then bring it down to the wood yard. Obviously, it would be more ideal if he could drive all the way through, but there would be so much road work that we would need to do, and we would also need to take like land away from the like our new grass area down there. So we just sort of figured we'll make this the spot. If it's a little bit inconvenient for me, that's fine. I'd rather have more grass and more areas for the alpacas than to make it just, you know, a little bit easier on me. But so anyway, so what we're going to do is once these trees are all down, my tree guy is going to be bringing what are called asphalt millings so that we can put it down on the ground over here.
So he can turn around without sinking?
Right, so he can get in there without sinking.
And what about here? Because is this where someone got stuck?
He got stuck right over here.
Oh, okay.
But so what I also wanted to talk to Catherine about was, you know, we could also probably get more of these millings, and we may want to use it in some areas of our path over here, because you can see like he almost got stuck right over here.
Rut.
And Catherine hates ruts. And so, you know, part of my goal here is I want to make sure that, you know, our road stays as true and rut free as possible. So if we're able to use some of those millings in other areas, it might be good. So like specifically, so like over here, right on the end here.
But this is going to be alpaca pasture, isn't it? Where these ruts are?
Right on the end there. Well, yeah, but I'm just speaking in generalities. So like here, and then like over there where the turn is.
Yeah, the turn.
And stuff like that.
Can we put some wood chips on top of the millings?
Yes.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But I think over here we'll probably just leave it open.
That's fine.
Because this will just be like utility area, and we can, like we talked about, putting up a fence. All right, so on our way down to the flower farm, I just wanted to show you guys what I was talking about with getting land cut off. So in terms of having my tree guy come down here to deliver logs down to the wood yard, he would have to take out like this much.
Yeah, that's not good.
So that's, you know, I knew that was a non-starter as soon as he said
Well,
that.
and a bunch of those trees too, and we're planning on fencing that whole area too, right?
Yeah. And well, because he's concerned about the big truck, which is really long, so he needs a lot of room to maneuver, and it's just like it doesn't make sense, because we would also have to do like a ton of millings down here to make sure that he wouldn't get stuck down here.
Yeah,
so it just
squishy
seemed like
down
way
here.
too much
Yeah.
work than it would be worth. Especially because I just had a talk with Catherine and I can get a dump trailer, so problem solved, right?
Oh, that is so cute.
All right, so we had some technical issues with my phone, so I'm back here today. Now, we were talking about the log area up there and then coming down here and sort of what our plans are for over here, because we don't want to have like asphalt roads back here, but we want to have it strong enough so that, especially, you know, I have a dump trailer now. When we first started filming, I did not have one, but now I do. But like, so there's these little ruts in here, and you know, especially when it's wet, those get like really bad. And like, so this road needs maintenance, but also if we're able to get some millings and then fill these spots in, because it's really just a few troublesome spots. And then like, you know, areas over here where like this is really mushy right here. So, you know, we have a bunch of rocks too. So I think one of the things I'm gonna do once I have some time is scrape off a good few inches using the tractor bucket of the road up there, and maybe even down here, to give us some more space, put a light layer of millings down, and then put another small layer of wood chips, because we don't want to see the asphalt. Like I said, we'd like it to be wood chips if we can. And so now I'm also down here in the flower farm, because, you know, this has been a point of contention for us for a very long time. This is the flower farm, which is currently trailer storage and weeds storage. But so what we're gonna do down here is we're getting the big mill, which means we can mill big logs, which means we can build a big greenhouse. Now, we don't know exactly what it's gonna look like, but that was one of the first things that we ever did on this channel after the alpaca barn, was build a window greenhouse. And then we moved from that house, so that greenhouse is still there. But that was only like a 12-foot square. This one I think is gonna be way, way bigger. And we want it to be like a feature on the farm. We want it to be super nice looking, and we got to figure out something to do down here, because this was like the first project that we ever had on this farm when we bought this place. We would come here every weekend and just cut down trees. We would buck them up, throw it in the back of the truck, drive to the top of the driveway and unload them, and then put them on like Craigslist or Facebook for free for people to come pick up like firewood rounds, because it's all hardwood. But so after that, we put down a bunch of fill and topsoil and all kinds of stuff to try to grow things. But nothing really grew. They would grow like a little bit, or we would put like seed or seedlings in the ground, and they just wouldn't grow. Nothing would come up. So, you know, it really stunk. So what we're thinking we're gonna do this year is, again, big sawmill, gonna build some raised beds up here, fill them with compost. That way, you know we're gonna have good, healthy soil to grow in. You know, maybe we'll do a row of raspberries or blackberries down here. So this is the center line. It goes like that. And then there's 4 squares. So it's like a quad. So my thought is, and this can change, but like, so right in the middle would be the greenhouse, sort of blocking where that big house is over there. And then we could have raised beds around it. We'll see how it comes out. But I think step 1 is probably to build the greenhouse first. And we were even talking about putting like a cute little stove in there, and we could do like, maybe in the winter, we can heat it with some wood. Not that we would have like stuff growing in there if we're, you know, powering it by firewood, but something cute to like have coffee in the morning, something like that, when it's like snowing. That would be cool. So there's that. The other thing that we were talking about is over here. This is where we had that work done, and we planted some grass seed, and we didn't have time to turn it into alpaca pasture this year. But we were thinking we would maybe have Juan come back and do the same thing over in this area, and then we would make this area open to alpacas, so that when people came and visited the greenhouse and seeing, you know, our flower farm over here, we could also have alpacas right here. And so if you'll see, we'll also work on, I don't think we'll have like a road down here, because previously we would go and drive up that way towards our driveway. But I think besides when we're building this, we won't make this a driveway anymore. We'll make it wide enough, I think, for the tractor, but not something that we'll traverse all the time, just because, look at those ruts. And like I said, Catherine hates ruts. So anyway, that's our big immediate plans for logs and flowers. And hopefully it happens. Hopefully it happens soon. What do you guys think? You guys, if you have any good ideas for greenhouses, feel free to tag us like on Instagram or Facebook. We'd love to see your ideas. And or you can always shoot us an email, oldrunningfarm@gmail.com. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time.